for too many videos now. He's not been playing ball, but today I thought I'd just try and get him on camera. Well, I've been busy in the garden for the last couple of weeks, building plenty of new features, putting a few things into pots, getting some new ground ready, and I'm just going to run through some of that with you today. But first things first, I went onto Facebook Marketplace last night, saw a guy getting rid of some block paving and thought I'm going to have that because I want to do a little bit of patio work in the middle of the new vegetable garden, somewhere to sit, to reflect, and maybe to put the fire pit. And I just thought I'd show you. Right, I'm just here picking up some free blocks off Facebook Marketplace. These are going to go into the garden, so yeah, happy to take these for nothing. Nice big pile, probably a couple of £100 if I bought them, so very happy with that. See you soon. Right, as you can see, not only did I pick up some block paving, I also managed to persuade him to give me a sheet of plywood, and that is in great condition. I think it's 12mm, and in the shops that's going to cost me around about £30, so that was a nice saving. But on top of that, as you can see underneath, I think I've probably got about 5 meters of blocks, and those little ones aren't broken. That's actually how they're designed to be. There's big, medium and small, and that is in fact a Brett paving. If you were to buy that in the shops, you'll be paying about £45 a metre, so that's probably saved me somewhere between £200 and £250 plus the wood. I'm going to say £250, maybe £260 there, that I got for nothing off Facebook Marketplace. That's what I love about it. Now the compost heap got dug out, or well, it did get dug out and then it started again. So this is my new pile of compost. I'm going to build some wooden surrounds around that in the coming weeks. And then I cleared off the next bit along, and this is where I'm starting to take more compost from, because this has been rotting down for the last 18 months, 2 years, possibly longer, and that's going to go into the main garden. Moving on in, I took the bench that was sitting down here at the side of the two sheds. Sienna very kindly put me a new catch on the gate as well, and I put the potting bench in here, so it's on a few spare blocks. It's where I'm going to do all my filming and also all my potting up. And that bench many years ago was from a friend of mine. He was moving out of a workshop, asked me if I wanted it. I've done nothing with it for the past probably 10 years, but I've moved it around with me, and here it is now forming a perfect potting bench. That's the first of the tomatoes in a pot. That's a hanging basket type, so I'm hoping that's going to sort of grow up and tumble down. I'll raise it up as it goes. Got 3 different types of tomatoes, all going nicely in the grow bags. I've just taken the bottom leaves off the one in the middle, just to keep it, and I think I did the other two actually last night as well, just to keep the bottom leaves clear of the soil so they don't pick up infections. Peppers are doing okay. The one on the end is looking a little bit sad for itself, but I'm hoping it's going to pick up, and that's the one that I really want to taste the most, because that's the super strong hot one. These are my potatoes, as you can see, starting to come through brilliantly. I'm really pleased with that. They are my I think they're my earlies. Yes, and they're my mains. You can probably see it, I've scribbled on the inside of the pot there. So they're my mains, they're my earlies. 4 in that pot, 3 in that pot, and we'll see how they go. I bought a little bit of wild rocket from the garden centre, some thyme, parsley and coriander. Now those were planted up in containers that I bought from the car boot sale for £1. I've already taken some of the coriander, and I've also had some of the rocket as well. So that's already producing for me in the garden. I needed some early results and some early wins. This was some mint that I planted as well. That was a pot they just had knocking around. Now that mint we had at the weekend in a mint tea, which was rather nice. This is one of the bigger pots and this is a really impressive pot that came from a client. They were getting rid of a few things in the garden. It's a little bit knackered, it's seen better days, but I'm going to get some strawberries over the weekend and get that planted up. And then also this chimney pot has followed me around for the last probably 30 years. It came from my mum and dad's property, and that's just a beautiful chimney pot, and I love the detail around the neck on that. I'm going to pop that probably with some strawberries in a pot and place it into the neck of that. And behind, I started my first rhubarb crown. Then I put some horseradish in, and then I did something that I'd never done before, which was plant some ginger out of the kitchen that was sprouting. No idea how that's going to work out, but we'll have to wait and see. Now this is where the bulk of the gardening took place, I suppose the hard work, because I knew I needed to get some ground ready to get some seeds in, and I also knew I needed to dig over some open ground which was previously lawn, so that I could get some of the bigger vegetables in the ground, like the potatoes, like asparagus and onions. And I'll show you what I've done. And as you can see, I've built myself 3 raised beds. Done them in various different ways, and I did a video on that, so if you want to see how to build one, you can look that up. But they're all now ready and filled. This first one was filled with compost that was dug out from the drive. The second one was filled with compost dug out from the drive, but I didn't dig the soil out underneath that. I just put some cardboard down to see if I could kill the grass, just an experiment. And the last one was with shop bought compost. So it'll be interesting to see how those all fare as I start growing. That is a seed bed that I've prepared from open soil, absolutely beautiful condition. Really nice and fine, and I'm looking forward to getting something in the ground this weekend. And this is the one I've just dug over. This is a big bed, double the size, over maybe 2.5 times the size of the other beds. And this was its first dig. I took out the topsoil. I took out the grass in the topsoil, and I will get that raked over and prepared just like I've prepared this one. Right, now these are the olive trees that I got from a client. They'd put them in a skip along with the pots, believe it or not, and I've decided that I can probably bring these back to life. They're still alive, and if I scrape off a little bit of this stem here, maybe my nails aren't quite sharp enough, maybe I needed a knife, but there, you can see that's nice and green, and it's one of the ways you can tell whether something's still alive or not. That green just shows me that if I can keep this watered, fed, and in a nice stable compost, maybe some of the soil from the compost heap rather than shop bought, because that I think will hold the water better, these trees should come back and they'll make a really nice addition to the garden. So we'll keep an eye on that. I can hear Barney the cat meowing at me, so I'm going to bid you farewell. Thanks for watching. That was this week's roundup, and I'll be with you at the end of every week now, I think, just showing you what I've done in the garden, and I'll also be putting up some information about what I've spent and what I think I've saved. So if you like it, give me the big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, it's helping me out immensely. And also tell your friends, but also leave comments as well, because the comments are what really interests me. Because if you can tell me what you're up to or what you think I should be up to in the garden, then I can do more to try and help you guys out and to try and make these videos more informative. Thanks for watching. My name's Aid. See you soon.